Hello and welcome to this video from Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. In this video we're just going to go through top 5 tips for starting on Sorare or for just playing on Sorare in general. Okay, so this is the top 5 tips for Sorare. If you do like the video, please like, share and subscribe. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below if you did want to do that. Okay, let's get stuck into the top 5 tips for Sorare. So tip number 1. When you first coming onto the platform, I would advise to buy players for one tournament at a time. Okay, so I would concentrate on building a team of 5 for one tournament at a time. This is so you can obviously put a team of 5 players together in a competition as soon as possible to obviously have a chance of winning the prizes. So you can start with a global all-star team, so you can pick 5 players, buy 5 players to start with, so that you can compose a team in the global all-star team. That's probably the easiest one to do, and it's fairly easy as well to hit the threshold to win Ethereum as well, which will obviously go towards funding your future player cards as well. So the all-star team is probably the first team that you'd probably want to select. So you'd need 5 players there, at least 1 goalkeeper of course, and then you'd need your defenders, midfielders and your forwards. Global All-Star is obviously all the leagues, so there's no restriction on the leagues they're playing or anything like that. But you may wish to start on the under 23 leagues first, a team of 5 in there, or any of the other available leagues. But this is a good tip because you do want to get a team that's competing for prizes as soon as possible. So it's best just to concentrate on one league at a time. Get a team of 5 to get ready to be registered, and then go on to another league and get a team of 5 to enter into that league as well. So on and so on until you've got a team for every single league. So tip number 2. When you are doing your common draft, when you first sign up to Sorare, I would recommend that you have mostly goalkeepers as your common cards. Okay, this is because the goalkeepers are the most expensive cards on the platform, but also because you need a goalkeeper to register any cards that you're not using in that game week into the training league to gain XP, which is obviously going to improve the power of your cards. So the common cards is a good way to put lineups into the training leagues to gain XP for cards that you're not currently using in that game week. XP is very important, and this is obviously going to make your cards more powerful. But the common cards can obviously be used in tournaments as well. So if you've not got enough money to buy a goalkeeper just yet, you can also use the common card, goalkeeper card in the tournament as well. So like I say, I would recommend to have mostly goalkeepers in your common card draft. You can obviously pick 10 players, but beware that you do have to pick a minimum of 2 defenders, 2 midfielders and 2 forwards. I would probably spend very little money on these positions and then concentrate the bulk of your money on goalkeepers. So you'd need to buy 6 outfield, but then I would advise to buy the rest all in goalkeepers. So you'll have 4 goalkeepers there to obviously go towards building a starting lineup of 5 players. This is going to save you a lot of money in the long run and enable you to enter teams into the training leagues as well at obviously very little cost. Okay, so tip number 3 is enter teams into the tournaments as close to the deadline as possible. Obviously don't miss the deadline, but enter the teams as close to the deadline as possible. This is because you can obviously check up on lineups, get the most up-to-date news on who is playing and who's not. Because if a player does not play, then obviously you're going to be missing out on a lot of points there. And do not play card could mean the difference between finishing in a prize pool position or coming away empty-handed. So I would advise to pick your lineups at the very last minute, just so that you know who's injured and who's not injured and that sort of thing. There is some links in the video's description below for some good sites for looking at lineups and also looking at injuries and suspensions as well. Obviously you can pick your teams whenever you want, and then you can always adjust them just before the deadline and reconfirm your lineups as well. But that is a good tip, just to make sure that you've got all your players playing in each league. Okay. The other number 4, top tip number 4, when buying players on the transfer, on the primary market or on the manager sales market, I would advise to check the previous price that player went for, previously sold for. So if we just look at an example, if we just look at Kim Won-sik, so he's currently for sale for £14.68. If you just click on his picture there, then you can actually go to the player card at the bottom, and then you can just click on cards, and this will give you a list of all the previous sales of that player, and this will give you an idea if this price is actually a good price or not. So as you can see, it's available for £14.68. Now these sales were over 6 months, 5 months ago, so really you want to be looking at sales that were more recent. I think if you scroll down you can look at ones that are a bit more recent. So that was a month ago. 7 days ago someone bought him for £11.30. What for? Some of these won't show you the amount that they bought for because there was one in the actual game. This one was a month ago for £3.89. 4 months ago, £10.68. But as you can see, these recent ones, so this one here, 7 days ago, was £11.34. And this one just a month ago was £3.89. So that would tell me that this price here isn't really a bargain price. And you're probably best off waiting until this player becomes on the auction, which is the primary market, before purchasing them. Okay, so it's important to check that just to make sure to see if you are getting a good deal, or if you're looking at buying from the primary market, which is the new cards being added. You can also look at the player card like I just did there to see how much they've sold for previously, just to give an indication of how high you want to bid on that player card as well. Okay, so this was going to go. This is obviously going to affect your profits long term if you're getting players at the best price that you possibly can. Okay, so that was top tip number 4. So top tip number 5 is, of course, to sign up to this YouTube channel. You should see a little subscribe button on the bottom right there. Please click that, click subscribe, and you'll get obviously all the new videos in your YouTube feed. There is a bell icon as well if you want to click that. That will notify you of any new videos so that you can catch them before anybody else does. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below if you did wish to do that. Thanks for joining me today, and hopefully see you in the next video.